right, aliens and robots. So, which Invader Zim character are you? Well, which of these words would you use to describe yourself? Hyperactive. Next question. What do people think about you? It's fun. What is your worst trait? Arrogant. Which of these is your biggest pet peeve? Well, people who are rude. What kind of job would you have? I want to be a game developer. Yes. Where would you spend most of your time? At my home. What does your outfit used to consist with? Well, it's a t-shirt and a pair of jeans. Which of these phrases do you find yourself using often? Well, go away! Which of these is your current obsession? Video games, huh? What would you when you need help? Well, we need to figure things out. Junk food you eat? Pizza. Yum. You are invited to your neighbor's party. What do? Go to the party, y'all. Your friend made some muffins for you, but do you see exactly what you do? Eat them, you know? Okay. What can you be found doing at 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning? Well, we go for sleeping, you know? Someone has discovered your biggest secret. What do? You're gonna kidnap them, huh? Oh, if someone looked in your room, what would they find? There are many pictures of myself. What color do your secret hideout be? White. If you become the supreme world leader, what would it be the first thing you do? Have a pizza parlor installed in my house. If you have a giant pimple and you have nice people, what would you make them to do? Fight with each other. What would you do when a future vision of yourself came back to talk to you? I have no idea. How do you celebrate after a victory? I shout out, yes. A stranger leaves a package of $1 million on your doorstep. What do? You're gonna need to spend it on a farm. Someone accidentally bumps into you. What do? You're gonna continue walking. What do you ever refuse to DNA with baloney? What kind of dumb question is that? Other Nickelodeon cartoon? It must be Jimmy Neutron, you know? Lee's character. But everything knows that Miss Bitters. Weather? It's sunny, you know? Which of these songs do you have on your playlist? Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. Which high school group were you part of? The Nerds. Which of these animals were you adopted? Well, let's say a cat. Meow. You got Grr. You're a hyperactive robot. Grr. Just like him, you're energetic, optimistic, and you always have a smile on your face. You're also impulsive, reckless, and your sanity is questionable at times. You may not be the smartest person out there, but in a winning personality like yours, there's no need for brilliance.
Cartoons.
Well, hello. Gadgets and Gizmos here. My name's AJ Gadgets. Because today we're heading out for the Invader Zim review. Because today's disguise for Chicken Boo shall be Flareon from Pokemon. And you know what that means? I think it's time for a chicken to feed the chicken feed. Oh, that sounds nice. But in the meantime, we are very excited what we're gonna see the Invader Zim. Ooh, I love Invader Zim. I'm just like me. And you too. Quiet down there. This is pretty good, but absolutely not here. Oh, but anyways, let's go ahead for the Nick-O-Rama Invader Zim review. Oh, you may say, this may be also continental language. That the ages 13 years or age should not watch this video. Oh boy.
I gotta sing the doom song now.
Tra-la, tra-la-la-la-la, twilly-twilly-dum.
Nick-O-Rama.
Bang, shoo-little-lulu, Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
We're all in agreement that Invader Zim is one of the greatest Western cartoons ever made, right? I don't really need to get too deep into this one. We can all agree that it's one of the most amazing ones out there. I am exaggerating slightly, but oh boy, this one. There are cult classics out there. Shows, movies,
Z, where are you?
Didn't hit mainstream popularity, but really take off with a niche audience. And then there's Invader Zim. I do really like the show. Now, it's not my favorite Nicktoon of all time.
Am I supposed to do an alien stuff like that?
Behind Hey Arnold, but I have to admit that it really is a good cartoon. Although it's not flawless, and it's certainly not for everyone. Invader Zim is about an alien
what's all
invader
that odd
named
eyes
Zim
coming
on
from?
Earth. Invader is kind of an exaggeration. Zim is
Hi,
the show
doggy.
and so they send
And hello to you, insectoid and a robot thing.
place called Earth. And honestly,
I am not a bug, I'm Zim!
One thing you have to understand about
I
Zim
am
is
an
it's a dark
alien.
show.
I'm not an
Possibly the
insect
darkest out of
anymore.
all the Nicktoons. And I'm not just talking about it in a black comedy kind of way, although yes, that is the most common style.
Hey, you never heard of that monster.
Earth in Invader Zim is a pretty bleak place.
It's gas.
It takes place in the future, or the future of 2001.
And
it's
I'm
clear
from the
that they have
Nickelodeon
most
show, you know?
optimistic view of it.
30
The entire
years,
Earth in Invader Zim
31
seems to be some sort of
possibly?
incidental dystopia. No one's
No, it's 21 years, but not 31. 31 is 1991, but 2001 is 21.
Yes, but I'm really asserting me.
If you leave school grounds, it will explode.
And there is a
that's
lot
me.
of meat in the show.
I'm gonna
I
teach
don't
you,
exactly
you
know why, but it does help set the tone. The people on the show don't just like meat. They give it away for Valentine's Day.
Harry,
It
what?
sound depressing, but the show goes
Look at good
so
disguise
over the top
when it
with
is a
how
dog.
wrong everything is, that it doubles
Me?
back around and becomes
I am a
hilarious.
dog.
Black and white is a genre that's very hard to get right. By definition,
Oh, really?
everything has
That
to go
sounds
wrong
like a
for
dog.
everyone, and there really can't be
I
any
know.
happy endings.
Are
This
these
can turn out
parents
really
are
bad for you as a
robots?
writer if all of a sudden people start caring too much about the successes and failures of your characters. Invader Zim doesn't really have struggles. Let me put it this way. He wants to take over the Earth.
Go
This
ahead,
is a
Chicken
goal
Boo.
you can use
You're
to get
supposed to
behind.
eat,
At the same time, though, the world is so
chicken
crass
feed.
that at some point you kind of want Zim to take control. Then you realize
Hey,
whether
those
or
are
not Zim
not, but-
succeeds, Earth is probably
But
going to be
these
a crap
parents
set
will
no
look
matter
like
what.
Frankenstein monsters and
He's the
robots.
only one who knows that Zim is an alien, and he's made it his mission to track him down and save the Earth.
Just never heard
The
of
problem is
this
that Dib is
one.
crazy. Yeah, I
This
don't know
one's
if
a
anyone
little
else
bit
has noticed
tricky.
this, but Dib is actually kind of crazy.
Oh.
He's always been obsessed with aliens
that's
and goes
true.
above and beyond in order to try and catch Zim.
Well,
in the
we're
act.
back in
It's
time.
really understandable that no one wants to hear his shit. He's just had the fortune to be right about the one of the million aliens he's ranted about. And you don't feel bad about Dib constantly getting beaten
Are
up
these
and stop Zim.
students?
Because, number one, Zim is absolutely never
Students,
going
I
to succeed in
mean.
conquering the Earth. And two, Dib could stop at
Well,
any time he wants.
just a
This
little
is
bit
the
of creation,
perfect
you
ending
know.
for a cartoon like this.
For
They
what?
want to do something and they hold on
Oh,
no matter how much
you
it
saw
hurts.
you hang
But
out
most
for lazy?
importantly, they can let go at any
Yes,
time they
but
like. Their pain and
Z
humiliation
starts
comes from
with
their
Z.
refusal to let go of
And also,
anything else.
me,
Both
Zim!
the characters are really similar.
What's
Zim
a
gets accept the
Zim?
failure that he is and
It's
go back
sort
to
of like a
working, but
character
he's not
from
prepared to do that, no matter how much shit he
Invader
has to walk
Zim.
through. But this kind of dynamic would only make good characters on its own, I think. What elevates Invader Zim to a higher level...
Hey,
is
you gotta
his
get
performance.
whack yourself.
Wise to choose me. This planet won't know what hit it after I've learned its weakness. No, these lenses are all scratchy.
One of the main reasons that Invader Zim is so damn memorable is because of
Hey,
the voice
are
acting.
these
Richard
eyes
Stephen
look
Horowitz plays
different?
Zim, and this
That's
is probably
my
his best
hair,
role. He's
and
usually
a
giving out these
pupil.
weird inflections and playing these
Are human
off-the-wall
pupils in your
characters,
eyes?
but here he cranks that up to 11. Half the time, I think the guy swallowed a therapist.
You
He is
sneaking
perfect
on
for
me,
this show.
didn't
Every
you?
single line that Zim says is just
Huh.
memorable. It's as cheesy as an Alien B movie from the 50s, and that's why it's just so great. Speaking of memorable
Hey!
things, though, you cannot ignore
Who said
Gur.
that the alien bad guys at all?
What does the G stand for? I don't know.
Yeah, I bet
I
you were waiting for me to
don't
mention
know.
this guy. Gur is the standout character in a show full of standout characters.
That was really
His character's
ridiculous.
type isn't unique.
Oh, by the way, my name's
Characters
Stanley
are a dime a
Duck.
dozen.
Quack!
The robot isn't that much farther, but Gur is a master of comedic timing, and what comes out of his head seems to be almost the perfect gag for any scenario. Speaking of voice acting, the only voice of the show that I'm not too keen on is Dibs.
Hey, is
Dibs'
there a
voice
kid
sounds
in
like
an
it has
alien
a
too?
filter over it in some
That's
places.
just a kid!
Got here.
Just kidding.
I know what I'm talking about. And there it is, sitting right there.
And that was
Well,
a little bit
that's
hard to listen
Dib
to at times.
and
the actual
Zim.
performance and the actual voice acting is good. It's nowhere near as good as Zim's, but like I've said before, you can't beat the best. However, one thing about the show that I was constantly blown away by was the animation. This show has beautiful animation. Well, beautiful is the wrong word in Invader Zim. A lot of what is animated is gross and disgusting. Like I said, meat is a constant theme in many of the episodes. And it's
Still
about a
comes the
bug-eyed
theme
alien
song,
trying
you
to
know?
conquer the world. But the visuals in Invader Zim have this unique style that's
Gonna
yet
need
to
to
be
pure
matched.
evil then.
Everything enhances the tone. From the color
Oh,
palette that exudes
really?
this dark and creepy
Are these
atmosphere,
Buster's
to Gur's
friends?
dog costume with its dopey expression, giving a nice contrast and showing that it's
Wait,
not as serious
what
as it
am I?
looks or should be. The most impressive thing, though, is the CGI blending. Invader Zim uses a lot of computer-generated
that's the one
imagery,
that's
and this
CGI
looks
and
really
2D,
good,
looking
like an extension
good.
of the 2D animation. And for the time, that is really surprising.
brain
Around the
is
time when shows use
removable.
CGI, they tended to do it to make things
I need
stand
to deep
out, and
inside
just show
in
off
the
their
hearts, huh?
impressive technology. Well, impressive for the time. Think King Ramses from Courage. The idea was usually to make CGI as
Oh,
conspicuous
really?
as possible. If you didn't know
Has
that
it
the thing
looked
was
good
CGI,
for me?
there was no point to it. Except here, the CGI, while still using simple shapes, like cylinders or boxes, is stylized like the rest of the show, so it fits in very nicely. If you're not attuned to it, you probably won't even notice it. It'll just look like the scenes have better than usual depth and perspective. Of course, in the end, that may have been the show's downfall. While Invader Zim was on the air for about 5 years, it only had 2 seasons. Actually, that sounds a little bit more optimistic than
seems a little
what the
bit the
reality
best.
is. Invader Zim only had 27 episodes. 40 episodes were
Hey,
released in the second
27?
season, but 21 were left in various states of unfinished.
Looks
And during
very
that time,
different.
Zim was thrown all around
But
the
I
schedule.
can't.
The common consensus is the show was deemed too dark for Nickelodeon. As much as I like dunking on Nickelodeon, I don't think that would have been the whole reason for this show's cancellation and mistreatment. As Told by Ginger was airing
What?
roughly at the same time,
Cancellation?
it went into
For
all kinds
what?
of dark topics with a much more serious tone. Invader Zim's
Well,
darkness was largely
that's
tongue in
just gotta
cheek.
be
Not
it.
to mention that the show did air over the course of 5
No,
years.
not
If the story
even
and content was the
fair to
reason the show's
me.
cancellation,
But
then I have
that's
to imagine that it would have been
no
pulled off the air a lot
choice
sooner. Now, if I had to pin
between
the
a
blame on
Nixon
anything at
and
all, it would be the fact that the
Kristian
show could not have been
and
cheap or easy to
zombies.
produce. The CGI animation is plentiful, and it's everywhere. And it's not like Jimmy Neutron, where the animation
Hey,
was
is this a
relatively
gal?
simple either. Or maybe it's the fact that a convicted murderer claimed the episode Dark
Ooh.
Harvest inspired their crimes in
You
2005. Roughly the same time the show was canceled. The world may never know. No, I'm not joking. Sleep tight.
Next on Nickelodeon, it's Action League. Now, the series.
Well, that's all we need to watch. Join us again next time. I'm out of here. I told you. As Told by Ginger is the next video on Let's Be Nickelodeon.
Thanks for watching.